Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your boy JD6 here. I'm with my man. Shout out to KC Sports Authority. Make sure y'all go check that podcast out, man.
You heard the man.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Kansas City Sports Authority podcast. I'm your host today, JB, and I'm looking around. I don't see anybody. Yeah, I'm actually doing this game solo, and yeah, we're going to be able to recap this just fine. I'm sorry that, maybe everybody else is tied up. We got some vacations, things like that. It's all good. It's all good. We're going to recap this video for you, or we're going to recap this game for you, I should say. And I think it was a good one, man. It was tough to watch. It was tough to watch in the moment. Definitely a nail-biter. Very frustrating. Definitely a game that we kind of want to forget. But that's not the point of our podcast. We are here to recap these games, win or lose. Of course, we won this game. It's good. It's an ugly game, but we won. A win is a win, you guys. So let's kind of dive deep into that. I will say, leading up to the game, again, it was a 9:30 p.m. start, so leading up to the game, we're all watching college football throughout the day. And some funny things happened. Oklahoma State lost really big to Southern or South Alabama, one of the two. Definitely not the real Alabama, not the Roll Tide, no. Wasn't a good game for them. And something else funny happened. K-State lost. They lost to Mizzou. Of course, as KU fans, we don't really like to see Mizzou win ever, but to see K-State lose, come on. It was really, really fun to see K-State lose, especially in the fashion. A 61-yard field goal. It was hilarious. I'm sorry. I'm not a Mizzou fan at all. I promise you. But that was so funny. So I'm laughing. We're all laughing. We're all chirping on KU Twitter. And yeah, we didn't have a lot to chirp about once the game actually happened. We were really nervous. So let's talk about that now. The game, again, it was an ugly win, but a win is a win. The biggest things that held us back, number one, penalties. Wow, penalty after penalty after penalty. Our defense throughout the game, especially in the first half, was not all that great. So that definitely held us back. I will say we missed Kobe Bryant tremendously in that first half. We missed him. That's an energy that we just need on the field. It helps us give a feeling of, I don't know, maybe a sense of security, if you will, when he's on the field. So we missed him. Also, five fumbles by Nevada that we were unable to recover. Talk about frustrating. I mean, my gosh, you would think the guys would have some better luck, at least with one or two of those. I mean, the game would go a lot different if we were recovering some fumbles. So really big losses there. But you know what? I think we did lock in eventually. We had some mistakes even in the second half, sure, but we locked in, and we never let them get the lead ever. The game was tied a few times. Game was tied, but guys, we didn't ever give up the lead. Okay, let's hang our hats on that and be proud of it. We never gave up the lead. So, of course, we never thought we would even have to be in this conversation. We were a 28-point favorite, and wow, I'm just happy to have the win. I don't care that it was by 7 points. A win is a win. But you know what? There was one thing that really scared us, and it was when Jalon Daniels fumbled the ball. It was a pass, pretty simple pass. He's going in forward motion, I think. And as I'm watching it in live, I'm just thinking, okay, this is an incomplete pass. What's the big deal? Everyone's saying fumble. No, he wasn't throwing. No, it was a fumble. And of course, it was recovered by Nevada. We really, really got screwed over on that. But and also Jalon was holding his arm. He came up like my arm hurts. He's holding his arm, and I don't know how bad that injury was, or if it even is an injury. He could have just hit his funny bone for all we know. We really don't. he stayed in the game. He played the entire game, so we're not going to worry about that too much. But yeah, it was a really, really big moment of just fear. I think we were all terrified as we're watching that game when we saw that he was hurt. So luckily he stayed in. Our defense responded right after that play. Even though we gave it up, our defense responded and got a 3-and-out. So great. That's awesome. So we got the 3-and-out. And when we got the ball back, we eventually did score on that same possession. So that's amazing. The one issue though was after that score, it's 17-10. We give them the ball back, we kick it over, and it goes out of bounds. And it was the first bad punt that we had seen. Gosh, it feels like all season long. It was the first bad kick. It goes out of bounds, penalty flag, and Nevada's starting at the 35-yard line. But to that point, we've been holding our own at least somewhat defensively, and it was the very first play, 53-yard throw, and all of a sudden they're at the 7-yard line, and they eventually punch it in, and we're tied again. This is when we were tied at 17, and I think the eye rolls were felt across all of KU Twitter because these guys are not going away, and it was really frustrating. But again, this was at this point we are just trading blows, because after that we responded. I mean, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty by Nevada on the kick when we got the ball back. So we got to start at our 40-yard line. So in the previous possession for Nevada, they had that one big play, the 53-yard throw. They get downfield immediately. We immediately respond with a big play of our own. That is when the big throw to Devin Neal happens.
Daniels throws back across. That's Neal with the catch. And Neal scampers inside the 30, still on his feet. And Neal's 5. And Neal leaps. And he's out of bounds at the 1.
First play of the drive. Devin Neal catches a throw that was probably 20, 30 yards, whatever it was. And he takes it just almost all the way. He gets down at the 1, later punches it in. Tremendous. So it's like this roller coaster of emotions. Can these guys ever go away, right? Defensively, we did step up, and then we cost ourselves again. And again, we're just continuing with the roller coaster of emotions. It was leading into the fourth quarter, 4th down, and I'm thinking, okay, just relax. It was a couple yards. It was like 4th and 2, something like that. And I'm shouting at my TV, just, all right, no one move. And then Austin Booker jumps. He jumps. They faked him out. He jumps. And it's an automatic first down going into the fourth quarter. So Nevada starts the fourth quarter on first down. They would later get down the field and score another touchdown. So we're tied at 24. Not fun in the slightest. But again, this team never goes away, but we never give up either. Our next drive, Skinner had the catch of his life. And I think we've all seen the highlights of that on social media, on Instagram, on Twitter, on everything.
Daniels loading up and looking, wandering, throwing, sideline. Oh! He caught it! Skinner! Oh, man!
That catch, I think when we saw that catch, we just knew it was over. We knew it was over for them. We knew we just knew we were going to win. That was the vibe that I felt as I'm watching. And sure enough, we did. Punched it in again. Devin Neal, man, he had 3 touchdowns in this game. He has been playing out of his mind. We honestly didn't have an amazing game, but I think, again, we proved that we have grit and that we have just as much heart to stay in the game and stay in the fight and we never let up the lead. So in my eyes, that's a true victory. This wasn't the same Nevada team from the first 2 weeks. That was apparent. Of course, they said it multiple times over the broadcast. This is just not the same team. They were playing with so much heart, and I'm just happy that we came across with the win. It was great. I think how the game ended, we were up 7, and we were marching down the field. We get to about the 35-yard line. Time is ticking away, and we're at the 35-yard line. It's 4th down, and there's a big decision that we have to make, because it's like, okay, do we trust Seth Keller to kick what would be more than likely one of the longest field goals of his career? And a side note, I'm very upset about that, because honestly, I think as KU fans, we've seen some kickers on our team in the past that have had some deep shots to win games, and to be scared of kicking a field goal when our offense gets to the 35-yard line, that is a big concern for me. Even the broadcasters mentioned it. They knew as well as I knew, because I said it a couple weeks ago. Seth Keller has a tendency to kick his field goals very, very low. There's a very low trajectory. His kicks do not get the ball very much air. And we were worried, and we still are worried, that someday it'll catch up with us and a kick will be batted down. We ended up kicking the ball away. We punted, pinned them against their end zone in the 1-yard line. And it was the best punt that we could have had. We set ourselves up, and eventually time was running out. Kenny Logan just pulled up his big boy pants, got the big sack, and put away the game for us. So shout out Kenny Logan, because he really stepped up as well. That game, look, we got to burn the tape. We got to get it out of our minds. We can be happy because, look, now we're 3-0. You guys, we're 3-0. Come on, we're halfway to a bowl game. Let's be happy. Let's smile, and let's get ready for BYU, because we are opening as, I've seen, like an 9.5 point favorite for the BYU game at home, and we have a chance to go 4-0. It'll mean a lot for this season if we can get past BYU. The bettors seem to think we will. So honestly, at this point, I'm rock chalking it all the way to the booth. We are going to pack the booth, and we are so happy to be in this position. We're undefeated, guys. Let's put on a smile, and let's come back to the channel. Watch all of our previous content on KU. If you want to see our shorts along the way, of course, we're going to be posting shorts, posting podcasts, posting everything, posting multiple times a week. We've been stepping it up. Thank you guys so much for the support lately, and subscribe to the channel. Man, look, I know I'm doing this solo today, but I promise you, not doing too many solos. Let's make the channel grow and be a big happy family together of undefeated Jayhawks. Rock chalk, you guys. I'm out.